starts with him. So, I mean, I don't know what they're missing. Great dude, great coach. I mean, just an overall, I'm blessed to have him as my coach.
Buffalo Bills Sean McDermott clearly got snubbed for Coach of the Year, and we're going to break it down exactly why that is. You can see the 5 candidates that made the final Coach of the Year voting, which is Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions, Kevin O'Connell of the Minnesota Vikings, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, and Andy Reid. What we have to do is compare these coaches to Sean McDermott and why I believe he clearly got snubbed for multiple years. And you can see, dating back to 2019, Sean McDermott only got 2 first-place votes. In 2020, he finished second in the overall rating with 7 first-place votes. And in 2022, he finished 4th with 48 ranked choice voting points. And in 2023, he received just 1 fifth-place vote in the ranking for Coach of the Year. Now, before we get into the reasoning as to why he got snubbed, especially this year, we could really see Sean McDermott's accomplishments throughout the years, in being that the Maxwell Football Club this year specifically named Sean McDermott the best coach in the Coach of the Year in this past season. So why was it that Sean McDermott never made the list, especially considering all that he's accomplished this year, right? Became the 5th coach in NFL history with 5 straight 11-win seasons, joining Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Tony Dungy, and Tom Landry. Sean McDermott led the Bills, becoming the first team since 2009 and one of 8 teams all time to clinch a division title with 5 weeks remaining. The Bills are the first team ever to defeat 2 15-plus win teams in a single season, and the Buffalo Bills Sean McDermott ranks 2nd all-time in regular season wins with 86 in a head coach's first 8 NFL seasons. Hearing these things, your mind is boggled as to why Sean McDermott was not in the top 5 list of Coach of the Year, especially when you consider these other coaches that made it, especially Sean Payton. Yes, I get it. Sean Payton with a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, making it to the playoffs, but facing the Buffalo Bills and getting smacked by Sean McDermott and Bobby Babich and Joe Brady and everyone that we had here. I think the Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott definitely deserve to be higher rated than Sean Payton. And then you also consider some other players here, like Minnesota Vikings, Kevin O'Connell. The Bills progressed further, had a better season than the Minnesota Vikings. I get it, Dan Quinn also with a rookie quarterback in the NFC Championship game. I mean, that is definitely a feat, I think, deserving to be on this list. But in my mind, Sean McDermott definitely had a better season than Sean Payton and then Kevin O'Connell. Dan Campbell, Andy Reid, excellent head coaches. But think about all of the talent that they've had on their teams. The Buffalo Bills really only had 1 player make the NFL's All-Pro team. Quarterback Josh Allen was 2nd team, and only 2 Pro Bowlers. Yet they still earned this 2 seed in the AFC and knocked out off the 1 seed from each conference. So despite not having enough talent going into this year, and the NFL really saying the Buffalo Bills are not a good team, we don't have good players, like we have a bunch of just medium, mid players, Sean McDermott really assembled a true team, one of the best teams in NFL history that we're going to remember after we win this dang Super Bowl, that football is the ultimate team sport. And you even heard Khalil Shakir mention it at the beginning of this video. Sean McDermott is an ultimate leader. He's the ultimate coach for the Buffalo Bills. Andy Reid was asked about Sean McDermott this week, and just some of the comments here I found very, very interesting. But Andy Reid went on to say that Sean does a nice job. He's got a great, great background with all that stuff. He does a great, great job. You could even see here he elaborated, yeah, I mean, you're going to always give each other different looks. So the question here was, what's the battle between you and Sean McDermott on the sidelines and all the different mixing and packages and everything that you guys do? And you could see Andy Reid saying, I mean, yeah, you're going to give each other different looks, The coordinators are the ones putting things together and making it go. And then Sean McDermott and I get to stand there and watch. So to me, this really proves, okay, Andy Reid making the top 5 list of coach of the year, but Andy Reid really relying on his coordinators. And I don't want to say Sean McDermott doesn't rely on his coordinators, because he does. Obviously, Joe Brady being a finalist and offensive coordinator, assistant coach of the year, which is definitely deserving. But who put Joe Brady in that position? It was Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott is the one that turned the page from Ken Dorsey. He's the one that turned the page really from Rick Dennison after his first year, and really set up this team to be successful under Joe Brady and Bobby Babich, a first-time defensive coordinator and play caller in the NFL, Bobby Babich. So you can look at this of one of two ways. Andy Reid saying that Sean McDermott and I both really rely on the coordinators to take things and make things go. Well, in order to rely on the coordinators, you have to have a head coach that is willing to trust and put good coordinators in that position to succeed, and Sean McDermott did that. Now, I really believe Andy Reid probably relies more on his coordinators than what Sean McDermott does. And you look back to last year when Sean McDermott was calling plays for the Buffalo Bills, he had a lot more on his plate. He couldn't necessarily focus strictly in delegating his time and energy simply at the head coaching spot, to make waves on the offense, the defense, and the special teams. I think this year, under Sean McDermott, being able to focus as a head coach, really rely on the coordinators, but also have a little bit of peace and say, probably more so than Andy Reid, but Sean McDermott was not a top 5 finalist for Coach of the Year. Josh Allen being considered as league MVP, and I think we all know he locked it up versus his win against Lamar Jackson. Damar Hamlin being voted as comeback player of the year, and I think it is well deserving after being snubbed last year. Now this year, Damar Hamlin's been much more productive on the field, being a starter safety for the Buffalo Bills, and having to overcome all that he's overcome. I think that is still a great choice for being comeback player of the year. And again, assistant coach, offensive coordinator Joe Brady being a finalist for offensive coordinator of the year, definitely deserving. But we clearly got snubbed by Sean McDermott, leading the way here for the Buffalo Bills with a team that was considered to be in a transitional year with not a lot of talent, relying on Joe Brady and Bobby Babich and just sticking things out. We saw the stats, we hear the records. Sean McDermott is my coach of the year this season. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, comment down below if you agree Sean McDermott got snubbed for coach of the year and whether he's your coach of the year. I appreciate you guys so much. Check the links down below. The BNC chicken wing merch, you guys can get free shipping, sizes small all the way up to 5XL. You can get the BNC chicken wing merch in t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, blue, gray, black, red, all sorts of different colors. Make sure you check that out. Also, SeatGeek.com is giving you $20 off your purchase when you use promo code BNC at checkout. That's concerts, NHL games, NFL games, whatever event in your area. You can check out SeatGeek.com, use promo code BNC, and you will get $20 off. Also, Course Careers is personally how I started my full-time job in 2024. I went through a free tech sales course, figured out it was a good career path for me. They have accounting, they have construction project management, they have software development, data analytics, they have a bunch of trade courses coming out like plumbing, HVAC, to land an apprenticeship, and 9 other courses are going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. So check out Course Careers. You start for free, you figure out which career path is best for you. You graduate, you get an online certificate. They connect you with people working in the industry, like recruiters and hiring managers, and they get access to your final exam. So they really get a good sense of all that you learn and that you're going to be the best job candidate for that position. Highly recommend it. I would not push a course or anything to you that I didn't truly believe in or have success with myself, and I did. So check that out. Appreciate you guys all so much. Sean McDermott, you definitely got snubbed, but let's prove the world and win the AFC Championship and make moves to the Super Bowl. Appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.